We're just chilling. There's nobody on yet. I'm getting live though. Just for a bit. We're all comfy anyway. You're comfy over there. We're comfy over here. We've got a few people coming on now. James, what's happening? Patrick, all right, Shag. Just been out with the dog. Just been taking for a walk. What, I've been out 2 hours? About 2 hours, been through all the woods. Now he's knackered, aren't you, Shag? No bricklaying today. We did do a bit yesterday. What did we do? Oh, some brick replacements around Dino's. Got that done. Nice and early. And then I come back. I must have had about 18 ton left on my drive to get rid of. So I spread all that out. Still haven't compacted it though, because I've got no whacker. Took about 3 ton around the back. Started building my first step. But I ran out of mortar. So the heights are in. I'm still undecided whether to do steps that go up on, say, if you're looking from a plan view. So the diamond starts there, then the next step comes up and up and up and up until it gets smaller at the top. But I don't know if I've got enough room for that. Live chat. Pop out chat. I don't know if I prefer. But that's all we got done yesterday. All right, funky paving. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of people on here today, actually. I did say last week that if you've come across anything bricklaying related in the week that you want to talk about on here, then get it on. Get some comments going on. Or even if it's not brickwork related, just work related, because I know there's a lot of people on here who aren't brickies. The F1 is about to start, but I haven't got Sky Sports anymore. So my missus wasn't having it. What was it? How much was it? 20 quid a month at the time. I roped us in for an 18-month contract last time without telling her. And it's not the money, it's the principle. Plus, she doesn't want me watching sports continuously all the time. So I'm going to watch the highlights at 6 o'clock. So I don't really want to know what's going on there. Yeah, I know they will. Probably not the best. James Welsh, Bricky, been doing stonework for my weekend work at the minute. For your weekend work? What about your normal job? You know what? Brick and Block Solutions, I did have, we've still got that Amazon Fire Cube, haven't we? And I went on and I wonder if I can get it on here. I haven't been on Mobdro for ages. Where's the normal? Oh, I've got it. I don't know if Mobdro's working for live sports. I bet it's not. Ashley, go on, all right, mate. I don't know if this is the right time to be doing a live. I know I like the F1 anyway. I've just let a fire up. How do I work this now? Mr. Blue, the block cutter does not cut 140 blocks. And to be honest, I wouldn't be on a job where we had 140 blocks to lay. I'd do a couple of walls in them, but I wouldn't be building a job where it's all 140 blocks. It's a pain in the arse. They're all heavy, aren't they? I can't be arsed with that. They're not worth the money either. I was paying 160 for the full Sky package rip-off. It is a rip-off. How much do we pay now? 27 quid. Pay 27 quid for Sky. And what? I don't even understand. I still don't know why we have it. Yeah, I watched Keeping Up with the Kardashians last night. But it's on tonight again, isn't it? Yeah, you can get it on something else, can't you? Well, there's 27 quid's too much for Sky. We don't pay the broadband through Sky though. They want to put 2 quid on the package, so I cancelled it. All we got now is Sky TV. That's it. Just the basic package that you can get. I went to talk from a internet provider because they were better than Sky anyway. Big block cutter, we'll cut 140s, no problem. Yeah, you're on about the red ones, the big hydraulic one. Oh, go on that. If we're having brownies, can I have cream? What do you mean? No, you've just offered me. Listen, I'm not eating a brownie without cream. And if I'm having one, I want 2. I want one of them muffins. Been Lidl this morning in the bakery and I wiped it out. Got a tray of brownies. Slap them in a bag and a tray of Yum Yums. Straight in. The problem, the big block cutters, they're too big, aren't they? Too big if you want to keep mulling them around. They're not a one-arm lift, are they? Have you just took a bite out? What the? Look at that. Do I want a coffee? You're getting drink off of it. Jesus Christ. I shouldn't really be eating while I'm trying to talk, though. Yeah, please. Chocolate covered caramel donuts from Little Bar. Yeah, they're banging. But they didn't have any this morning. I'll slap her up if she does that again. You know what? I open my butty box and there's bites out of everything. Bites out my sandwiches. Anything nice there's a bite out of. It's like mice. She's laughing in the kitchen. So what's everyone else been up to? Slagging you off? They've just seen what you've done. Has anybody got anything that they want to talk about from the week? Well, let's have something bricklaying related that we can talk about. I've just come on just for fill a bit of time. I've got spare bit. I've just cut up my wood and everything. And I'm chilling now. Where in Ireland were you working before? We were doing some land drilling, and it was Belfast area. I was staying in Belfast, and I can't even remember what area it was. I was pissed up most of it. Definitely. I was only over there for a couple of weeks. What's your count for the week? The count is a bit dodgy this week because I haven't really counted it. You can see, you've seen what we were doing when we did. We had to finish off a third lift on plots 37 and 38. And then we went off into the fourth lift, block work. And we had about 6 courses into the brickwork as well. Then on plot 39 and 40, we went across and we already had 1 gable up into the fourth lift that had already booked. So this we had to finish the fourth lift on there. Got that wrapped up. I could I could tell you how much money's worth, but I don't really want to do that because it's not just my wages, is it? It's Sean's as well. So we earned a decent wage. A hell of a decent wage. Because what we'd done is we kept the wages average for the last 2 weeks, so we could just book everything in. Skater guy copying the king. I'm the king in this house, so I don't know who you're talking about. Who's the king in this house, Duck? Bruce is not the king in this house. I'm the king. Dave Carey. Hey up, all right, Shag. It's a fellow lad from Stoke-on-Trent. He's a lad who went to high school with, primary school. I remember when we were younger, we finished school. We must have been about maybe 14. He jumped over the school fence, and the school fences were the ones with the spikes in. And I don't know if he caught his leg on the spike or caught it on the handle that went down after, like the latch lever. But I jumped over the fence, and he was on the other side. I was like, my leg. So I said, show us what you've done. He pulled his trousers down, and the back of his leg was all just hanging out like jelly. It had ripped a big gash straight up his leg, and it must have been about that long. So I piggybacked him, got across to the train station. They still had the payphone boxes there. Rang an ambulance, got his mum down there, and they sorted him out. That was a long time ago. Rob Fletcher, got your camera set up for next week? No, still waiting for my camera. Got the GoPro Hero 9. Skater guy, read the comment above. Copying the king. Oh, Charles got a block cutter. Yeah, he got the cutter because of me. If you watch his videos, he'll tell you that. So who's copying who? And it's not copying, is it? If it's a decent method. I tried the method of using the Derby brickwork. I was watching them using the circular saw. In fact, I didn't try it. Sean tried it. Too dusty. I didn't even bother. I don't even think I cut one with it. I got my block cutter. Bang on. Every time. And that's why Charlie has gone out and bought a new block cutter, as he's already said in his videos. And I had it off an old Welsh lad from years ago. He used to bring one in, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. So I didn't make it up either, did I? Ashley Gunn, is it always the two of you? Yeah, me and Sean, always, but we're just trying to get a labourer in. Yeah, I was going to try and put that. What's it on Formula One, but yeah. Rob Fletcher. I'm waiting for my GoPro. That's coming Tuesday. I bought the Hero 9 Black, latest model. It's got a hot shoe on it, so I've got the, what's that audio called that I've got? The audio is called the Rode Wireless. And I've just bought that, and I can't believe it because now they've just bought out the Rode Wireless too. Typical. Just after I bought that one. So that slips onto there, so I'll have decent mic. I'll be able to stand away from the camera, and you still get perfect audio. Which I'll be able to set up stuff. Now I'll be able to set up my camera further away and be able to talk to you. Hey up, here's my brother. What do you want? Send him off. Send him off. Take that off. Fucking hell. Just give me a minute. Dog went mad then. Right. That's sorry about that. It was my brother. He's just come get his wheelbarrow out the backyard. I was using it yesterday. Ah, that was hot. No cooking channel. Kieran Regan. Why point the block on the inside of a house? It's pointless, especially when it's being slabbed or rendered. If someone asked us to point our work on the inside of an island, they'd be told to fuck off. Well, believe me, I don't want to point it. And it's even worse that they're asking. Well, nobody's asked me on that site specifically to point the internal cavity of the blockwork, but the other gang are doing it. And if the other gang are doing it, we get questioned, why aren't we doing it? So everyone's got to be the same. And it doesn't take that long. We just mainly do the top few courses. And that's how we get away with it. Just to make sure it's all full. Yeah, but I can't get it. And to be fair, every job, they all want pointing inside. It does look better. And it does compress the mortar. So I'd say it is a better. It's just better. It looks better and everything. The vaping builder, all right. Got no cooking today because what are we having for dinner? We're having a lasagna, so did we? So we're not having a chicken dinner till tomorrow night now because already had one in the week. If all of you out there, if you can give us a thumbs up, it helps the video. It helps people see it coming up, I think. What happened, Larry Billings? What happened to the Labour you had a few weeks back? Well, we had two a few weeks back. We had Sean's mate's son, who was only 16. He came, didn't turn in one morning. Sean rang his dad because he didn't have his number. Rang his dad and asked him where he was. He was in bed. So he asked him if he'd come in that morning. He said no, he'll be in tomorrow. So Sean put the ultimatum down. You either come in today or you don't come in again. And he decided not to come in. So, and that day he went out with his mates. So I don't understand it. And we had another labourer just after that. He told us that he had previous experience with bricklayers. And then when he came to work with us, it was obvious that he didn't have any experience with bricklayers. And I haven't got the time to be teaching people. I mean, I can show you how to do things once, but then if I've got keep showing, he wasn't really getting to grips with it, so I haven't got time for it. So I just said, we're better off not working together. And now we're after another labourer. We have got a couple lined up, but you know how it is. Two don't drive. One does drive. One they hasn't got his CSCS card. Can't get to the job. Another one said that he was going to come meet me today. Hasn't met me to talk about the job. Goes from there. It's just one after another. One says he wants to come, but he's top money. Looking at you like what's he gonna say? But left me hanging for 9 days. Now he's at the back of the queue. So we're just trying to get the right man that fits in with us as well. It's not just about whether they know the job or not, or you've got to be the right guy for our gang. You've got to have the similar kind of sense of humor, and at the same time, you've got to be hard work. You've got to work your arse off in our gang. There's no break. Like there's no you have your dinner, but there's no break from work with us. It's non-stop. Go, go, go. I haven't got time for it. I don't even like talking. I mean, I end up talking to the other brickies, but I don't like doing it because I know every time I do it, it's costing me about 10. Every time I have a little bit of a talk to them, that's bricks in the wall. But next week, we're going to have a slow week because all we've got to do tomorrow, we've got a fourth lift to finish. Well, most of a fourth lift to finish, which is there's only four piers, 4 lintels, and there's only 7 courses left to go on it, or 6 courses, in fact, left to go on it. So that is only an hour's work. After we've done that, we've got to wait for the scaffold to be lifted. And we've got to wait for the trusses to go on the plots that we've just done. That should hopefully be done in the day. If they get one side done, at least we can go back and do that. So tomorrow is going to be an iffy day. And then on that 37, 38, we've still got a little boot room section, a little gable end to finish, and a party wall that needs to go up 4 courses, about 50 blocks. So we've left money down there. We've left a day's money on that plot. Have we? Yeah, we've left a day's money. Not a good day, but a day's money. Brick and block solution. Who puts in the windowsills for use? Who puts in the windowsills for use? What do you mean? Oh, who puts in the windowsills for use, as in Scouser? Use. Still don't get what you mean. What windowsills? They asked her women, they will do nothing, man. Bet she is on Candy Crush through level 400. Candy Crush level 400. Yeah, it's on about you, I think. My missus don't play Candy Crush. You don't play any games on your phone, do you? She's got Barbie.
This is a full-time job.
Yeah, looking after the baby. So I don't think he's on about you, Duck. He can't be. You don't even play Candy Crush, do you? The only games you play is with men's hearts, isn't it? You watch that Indian guy building the dome like a scaffold bricks and an oil drum 70 foot up. No, I haven't seen that. Sam McCabe, that lad walked in slow motion, was the right man for the job. Not the right man for our job. Brick and Box Solutions. I'm starting another labourer tomorrow. He was with me before, fucked off. He's now on my terms. Yeah, that's how it should be. It should always be on your own terms. All I do is I tell them how it is before they start. So I don't sell the job to them. I tell them how hard it's going to be, how I am, because I'm an arsehole. Aren't I? Yeah. I don't mean to be an arsehole, but that's how I come across. And, you know, say when it rains, you don't get paid. Not like normal jobs where they're like, well, what do you mean? No holiday pay, none of that, none of the perks. As soon as you start telling them how it really is, people soon start thinking, oh, no, I'm not into this. No holiday pay, no sick pay, nothing when it rains. I think I'm all right. I'm not doing a split with anyone either. People want splits. That's never going to happen. Ain't no labourer alive with a split. Unless they're laying bricks, then they can have a split. I'd rather do it myself than pay that. What's the price like? 1,500, 1,000 we're on the low side. 15 quid a metre on the block. But there's no detail in the houses. It's 10 minutes off my doorstep. They're easy enough. We've got how we're building these. We've got 3 pairs. We know how to build them now. Like, we know with how they're lifting the scaffolds and stuff like that. We've got them pretty much nailed down how we want to build them. The routine. We know what works and what doesn't work now. And how we do these. I'll tell you how we're building them, what works for us. Brick gables. Brick gables, brick front back on the first lift, block up inside, 21 courses on the outside brick, whip inside, party wall into 5, block work, thermalite work up to 9 and a brick, and then jump back on the party wall, get the other 4 up with the course of brick, job done. Second lift, brickwork only, lintels on, 2 courses of brick over the lintel, leave the inside because that's the scaffold lift only comes up on a handrail lift, so every lift it's going up is like a metre. The scaffold comes up in a metre every lift, so you're losing half a metre each time. The way to work that is, I've had it out with the site managers. I'm not climbing up on my second lift from where I'm standing 4 foot up onto the inside to run 2 courses of brick, thermalite briquettes around, and then 2 courses across the top of the party walls. Instead, we're just doing the brick all the way round, wrapped up 2 courses over lintel, pull off, let the joiner come in, do his floor. Once he's done his floor, we'll come back. Oh, no, sorry. Pull the scaffold up before the joiner does his floor. We'll nip in, do the 2 courses of brick, thermalite briquettes all the way round. And then he can do his floor. Yeah, do his floor. Then we'll get ready for inspection. Once he's done that, because I'm sick of getting ready for inspection. And then you've got bottles of glue and all sorts of shit down the cavities, all the sawdust on the trays and that. Can you just clean these out? So we'll get it ready for inspection. Let the floors come in, go back, do the beam fill only. Because what we were doing, we were getting 4 or 5 courses of Thermalite on the internal skin, and then on everywhere, and then hitting the brickwork. But the problem is with that, it's been windy and it's really exposed where we are. So what we've had to do is the wind's blowing it slightly over. So when you come up to the inside, your window formers aren't fitting properly when you bring the brickwork up. There's only millimeters in it, but you know, it's a pain in the arse trying to chip off blocks. So now beam fill, 2 gable, beam fill it all, and then gables, hit the gables again, pull in the front and back brickwork, leave down a section, just rack a section back where the loading bay is. Get the Thermalite work up, white work, 5 courses on your party wall again, Thermalites, top the party wall off, come out, build your brickwork up, and then finish the block work behind where you've left rack down. Lift goes up, 4th lift, brickwork only, up to 1 course over your lintel, leave the inside, let the scaff come up, and then once the scaffs come up ready for the roof, normally it should all be ready because there's a 4-foot drop again or 5-foot drop. We'll just get in, finish the couple of courses. It takes about 2 or 3 hours, finish it off, and then it's ready for the truss. Like we're at truss level now, 3940. Joiners should come in, get them on Monday, and then we'll hit both gables, and we should get them done in a day. We should do just up to the table lifts are going in at 2 meters. So what we've had passed now with St. Modwyn is we're able to use a 600 aluminium hop up to build up higher on the gable, because the tables are going in at 2 meters, and the reach down through the boards, I'm not doing that. I'm not working on my knees. So instead of doing that, we're going to get on these hop ups, get up that extra 1/2 meter. They'll just have to put an extra scaffold tube in between when it's exposed, but when you've got a summit behind, you're all right, which we have. And then we'll be able to get them that extra 500. So we'll get what we can get on there. 8 courses. Might be able to get another 8 courses on. Get straight through, and then up on the table lift. Should be easy. And that's how we're doing it. Then it's literally just sock up, clear off. Brick and block solutions. Fuck, mate, no holiday pay. That's a bit harsh. That's what it is. We're all subcontractors. I don't take anyone on the books. I don't get no holiday pay. Where's my holiday pay? We're not taking people on cards in. I'm a subby. They're all subbies. Charlie, nice little square boxes, nice and easy. Yeah, that's what we want. Don't want anything fancy. Don't want anything time consuming. I just want to get the bricks in and get paid. The answer, no sick pay. Tell me about it. 3 months I've had to wait for my op. I get it tomorrow. I'm fucking sick of looking out the window. Buy and sell on eBay or Amazon. Something like that. Something you can do from the house. Brick and block solutions. Is it common in the UK not to get paid through windows and doors? It all depends on where you are and what company you're working for. All different areas in the UK, people do get paid through windows. But when you don't get paid through windows, that's the subby just stiffing you, basically. So we don't get paid no extras. And sometimes the main contractor won't pay for extras, won't pay for lintels, won't pay. That's how you win jobs. Just depends on whether you're that kind of company that you'll accept that. Larry Billings, Adam Tricky Bricker had a humdinger of a hangover this morning when he had to do a small pier on a wall. Check it out. I don't watch his channel no more. Last time I watched his channel, he was just DJing. So I do like his sayings. He looks me up, like lovely old job and all that kind of business. But How can I watch all that DJing shite? It's not for me. I haven't watched his channel for ages, so I don't know what he's been doing. If he starts just doing brickwork again, then I'll watch it because that's all I'm interested in. I want to see if he can teach me anything or nick a few tricks or tips off him. But there ain't nothing I've seen. And I didn't mind it that first time when he got roped off and fell all over his bedroom. But you only want to see that once, and then it's the same thing every time, isn't it? What table? What, that big log? That piece of one piece of wood? Is that in with the 4 profiles on a small pier? I haven't seen it. I'm going to be honest. I tell you what is a nice topic, and I tell you, I'm after new tools all the time. So, like profiles and clamps and stuff, got all that kind of stuff now. Don't need any more. What the hell was that? Is that fire gone out? 1 second, let me just. My dog's relaxing. I just need to see if I can kick that fire back in. Looks a bit. What's it? Not even. Time for the group to enjoy a dinner with almost all the drink. I'll go search. I'm back. Right. Bloody rage. Hey, mate. Watched some of your videos as I heard your name from Charlie Collis. Enjoyed it a lot. Thanks a lot. Cheers. Yeah, he's plugged my channel this week a couple of times or mentioned me, which is nice. It's good for my channel. He's got a lot more followers than me. We're about the same age. He's a year younger, but he's been on houses all his life, whereas I've been on commercial all my life. Till recently, really. Houses are a doddle, aren't they? Commercials are pain in the arse, which is, houses are a lot easier to make money on than doing these big commercial builds. There's always too many fire socks and trays and different tie details and all sorts of details. Adam's gone over to Twitch to do his live stream. In Twitch for gamers, I would say Sean's a gamer. Oh, what was I getting into? Just tools. Right. You've seen my block cutter. You've seen the Grayson profiles and stuff like that I've already got. Have any of you got any other tools that you use like all the time that are lifesavers that you wouldn't be without? That's what I want. I want to know what tools you've got. When it rained this week, I think it was Wednesday, pissed down in the morning, or Thursday. We went to a couple of engineering places. I know that Bricky Bits have been doing the mortar stands for 25 quid a piece. But when you go onto the site now, you can't get any. I want some metal mortar stands. So I've been round to a couple of two engineering places, asked them, make them up, fabricate them, give them the sizes that I want. And I'm still waiting for a price back. And I've also asked one of them engineering places for big thick plastic boards to see if, like the gator backs, I don't want to pay for gator backs. If I can get the same thing for cheap, then that's what I'm going to do. But at the minute, I still keep using the chipboard. It's free, innit? I'll just whip the corners off with a circ, and that's it. Job done. But yeah, I'm not paying 50 quid for a stand. I'll pay 25 quid, but I can't get them off Bricky Bits. I don't know what the quality's like. If have any of you already got them? What else have we got here? Brick and Block Solutions. Now that is Rolock Construction. I've watched some of Rolock Construction's videos. But there isn't any. He's always on his own, isn't he? He's never got anyone with him. I think he's just a single bricklayer. So there's no crack, no banter, not even any engagement with anyone. It's just him. So it's not for me, really. Find myself like just drifting away. No offense, which you can get away with saying no offense after anything, it duck. I'm sure he's a wonderful gent. Adam Mound. I nearly said mold. All right, Shag. Josh Boy 08. Arnie Mullin. Got the stands off Bricky Bits, mate. They're top quality and fast delivery. But I can't get any. I've tried. Try all the time. What do you have to do? Do you have to ring him and put a what's it in? Put an order in. She can't do it on Facebook. Let me know. Who is it who just said that? Arnie Mullin. Let me know. How did you order yours? Brick and Block Solutions. I made mine. They cost me about €10 to make. Sold 75 of them. Happy days. That's brilliant. When I went in that engineering place the other day, they were telling me, "Oh, we're £30 an hour, labour, and then you got the cost of the steel." It's like 30 quid an hour. How many can you knock up if you get a jig together, though? They're going to get paid 30 quid an hour. Gaffer might charge that. But we've made our own out of timber. They're all right. It's just I want something that's going to last for years and not a year. The asset, we done a lot of civil. A gaffer always, we done a lot of civil. Gaffer always on your back. I can remember they even got rep in from Elty to test how much pressure their wall plugs could take before the ties came out. To be fair, I used to always get the reps out to make sure that we're using the right screws, the right tech screws, and all sorts of stuff. Because, or just order. I mean, you can send something to a site and get a certain screw or whatever approved. Like I know a job that we're on in Manchester, we were using knock-ins for the ties into concrete, and what they actually wanted was like an M6 anchor bolt, and they wanted the tie spacings even closer than 450s. They wanted 225 everywhere. So you're always better off getting a pull test done, covering your horses. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're just the bricklayer, you just get given what you get given. That's what you got to fix. But when you're actually setting up jobs, it's always worth covering your horse if you're the actual subby to get these things done, put these things in place and have them pull tests. That's the correct way to do things. That's what I used to do. Well, not when I worked for Cara, but when I worked for Caxton's, that was part of my goal to get all that kind of stuff sorted out. Bricklaying with Stephen Alex. Hello. Got a pair of Fitz brick clamps. Shit off. I personally, Sean's got a set. We use them, but I've got jag clamps. For me, them Fitz brick clamps, they're all right, but that spring, I mean, they need to be a little bit better designers and freer to use. Like, you know, after you've had them for a little bit, they stick, and the spring pops off. Good design, good thought. Well, good thought, and the design's right, but he needs to replace them springs with something that is fixed so the springs don't pop out, and something to stop them cramp, like sticking, and also a better way of fixing the line. I don't like all the sharp corners and edges on them. That is why I don't like the spikes coming down on the face. I don't like that either. I only want trappies at the top of the Fitbit clamp. There's a few things I don't like about them. My jag clamps, they're 30 quid a pop from Speedcrete, but I much prefer pull them through round the loop. It's just a squeezy grip like a normal clamp. Better for me, but that's me personally. Plus, Fitzbricks never sent me any out for free, so I'm not paying for them. Nigel Caves, I have 5 stands from Bricky Bits. That's excellent. Are they not just made? What size did you get? Did you get the 750 ones? Because that's what I want. Animal, I just messaged on Facebook, mate. He sent me the link. He's sold out already. I only ordered them 2 weeks ago. Yeah, completely sold. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm not going to do it now, but I'll have another look in a bit and see if I can get some. Brick and box solutions. Length of 20mm box is about €9. You can get 2.5 stands a length. What length are these coming at? 4.2s, 4 meter, 3 meter. When I get my workshop all done, I won't have to worry about people fabricating things because I'm going to have a welder and everything. And I'll be doing loads of different. I'll be trying to make all different sorts of stuff. There was 2 Welsh lads that worked for me in Bangor. Gav Smith and what was his mate called? Tall lad. That was for Mersey Brickwork. Vinci job. It was like 500 or 600 rooms, student accommodation. Them lads used to make. We had to do all weather struck pointing. He made like it had a handle on with the struck iron, and he made it himself, and it was brilliant. You want to see him just thrash through everything. Absolutely brilliant. Larry Billings, did you check out build, repair, and restore? No, is that what the channel's called? I'll do it now on my phone. I'll have a quick look. Build, repair, and restore. I always forget. Build, repair, and restore. Here we go. It's top search. 5.23k subscribers. Is this your channel? Skimming a kitchen, skimming, blocking up doorways. Videos. How many videos have you got? Sort by most popular. 650k. Clearing over the room garden. Spray paint, show my house. Tidying up. This is not something I've really watched. Leaking fiberglass, roof repair. These are all small jobs, aren't they? Conservatory build. I like watching stuff that's relevant to what I'm doing, more or less, or what I'm gonna be doing. Tiling. I've already done my tiling in my house, so I'm gonna look at any ideas for that. Fiberglass roof. Now that's something that I will be looking at. I'll probably check that video out. Yeah, there's some. In fact, there's quite a few bits on it. There's a few videos I would watch on there. Tell you what I'll do. I'll subscribe to it, and then I'll check it out later. Bricklaying with Stephen Alex. Got belts at last and cordless circular saw for the Salcons. Avoid because of the dust. I don't use one. Like I said earlier, Sean's tried it, and the amount of dust that there is, I haven't even bothered. I never even touched it. I can stick with my block cutter. Neat and fast cuts. Yeah, it's neat, but make sure you got your mask on. Adam Mound, grinder makes you the welder you ain't. That's it. Get some grinding pads, and you're away, aren't you? Bit of spray paint. Perfect. I've done a bit of welding. Not a lot, but I've done I used to, when we're doing the council ramps, disabled ramps, I used to work alongside the fabricator there. I'd obviously do the paving and stuff, but then he'd want to know the falls on the ramps and the distances on the ramps. So I'd set him up and tell him what lengths he'd used to have to do his handrails to and everything. And we'd come out and fix them up together. So a little bit of fabricating and stuff with him. Not a lot else. Bubba, hi pal, how you doing? I made the wooden stands you did for the spot boards, but mine rock a lot. Any tips on how to stop it? Yes, they were Mark 1. You can either put on your legs, put a cross brace in them. That'll stop them rocking. Or use 2x2 timber and put a bolt through the middle instead of the threaded bar. The first set was just a trial and error. Second set we've got are much better. So if you want to make them cheap, and what I would say is on the 2x2, put a half lap instead of a butt joint on the uprights. Let's have a look. Right, we're after looking at land at the minute, because once this house is finished, I want to sell up and move, but I don't particularly want to move to a new house, I mean like a new build or something like that. I don't really like houses that somebody else has built, or I want to build my own house, but we're gonna have to move a couple of times, and they're looking for land. The prices of land are extortionate, and here's one that my missus has just seen. Now she's looking 215 grand. Where is it? 215 grand for the land. That's in Brown Edge, which is a nice area. I've lived in Brown Edge. But how big's the plot? I'll tell you where it is. Why can't I zoom in? And let me zoom in on the photo. I can't zoom in on the photo. Why won't it let me zoom in? Right. Yeah, so on the wooden stands, go for 2x2 if you're going to do it that way, and don't use a butt joint against the legs. Try and do a half lap joint like you would on a wall plate. But you know what I'm saying. If you know what I'm saying. Bricklaying student, you fixed the brick tongues you bought off us then. Can't believe they snap gutted. You know what, Steve? I haven't used either of them, because without using one, you need the other. So one went in the bin, and the other one hasn't been touched. I bought a new set of brick tongs. So unfortunately, that's why I've never seen them on my videos. It's in the back of Sean's van, and I was looking forward to them. Pork, puff key biceps. Yes, mate. Don't know what their question is there, or if there is one. Daniel Cottrell, great the way you do bricks. Not much cut. Great the way you do the bricks. Not much call for bricks in Mayo Island. Just blocks in Ireland, is it? a lot of places. Doing it on the cheap. Cheers, Adam. I appreciate everyone hitting the like button. Puffkey biceps, nice one. Bubba, will you do a new video on them, please? Yes, I will. As soon as I get, all I'll do is I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. In fact, if I can't get some metal ones made, I will remake some wooden ones and do them exactly how I want them, so as they're going to last a little bit longer. Maybe I'll get 2 years out of them instead of like what we had out of these 6 months. They're still all right, but we'll see. I will do a video of making them again, though. There was a guy on here but got booted off, and he tested the cheapest welder from Amazon, and he was doing big runs on high setting. He could not fault it. Yeah, bro, I'll just be getting a cheapish art welder, and that'll be it. The more you do, the better it'll be. That's how I see things. Do any of you watch Essential Craftsman? Because I do. He's brilliant, like top joiner, carpenter, whatever he wants to call himself. He's American, and he does welding, blacksmithing, all sorts. And I think as a tradesman, I'm not just a bricklayer. I like doing all bits and bobs. Get into everything. Damien Graham. Green moss on blocks. Will it affect the mortar bond? Can you remark based on your experience, please? If I was building anything, I'd be making sure that my blocks were clean. I wouldn't be laying dirty blocks, all mossed up and stuff, because that mortar isn't going to key. If there's all mold all over your blocks and moss, it's not going to key into the next block. There's no way. It's like putting mortar wouldn't bond to wood, would it? Or other organic material. So leaving moss on blocks is a big no for me. Plus, I wouldn't be building with stuff that already had moss and mold all over it, because that spreads. You don't use dirty water when you're building a building. You don't just go over to a puddle and start mixing up with dirty water. You'll know from college and experience that when you're mixing mortar, you use drinking water, quality water. That's what you're meant to use. So, no, I wouldn't be. I mean, unless it was a free job and I went around someone's house and they said, right, I've got these blocks, build me that for me. And I'd say, really? Do you want me to use them? Are you going to clean them off? And if they didn't clean them, I'd say, right, I'll do it, but I'll recommend you don't. And that's the way I'd that's what I'd say to people anyway. But you can always tell people if they don't take the advice, they don't. And then get the money in. See you later. The answer: my mate just sold his back garden for 600k. His dad bought the whole plot for 5k years back. Amazing. That is the dream, isn't it? Really, to be able to buy a house. That's perfect. If you can buy a house and build another house in the back garden, that is the way to go. I had a mate who used to drink with years ago. His brother, I did an extension for him on a brand new build. He had his house one side, split it in two, built a brand new house in his back garden. There wasn't a great deal of space, but he got a big sandstone house in it, and it was amazing. Sold the other house, pays most for the new house. That'd be an option. Buying a house with a big enough plot of land that you can, split the front into 2 drives, get the back in. We priced one not long ago where a farmer had done the same thing. Bought the house, put 200k into it, sold it for 600k, and then he's got the back garden. Now he's building another 5-bedroom house, and we priced it up for him. Damien Graham, I left my block lying out the back and they got green crap all over them. I will use the wire brush to try and get them sorted. If I was you, just get a pressure washer and pressure washer it off and then leave them dry and then get them used ASAP. I wouldn't bother with the wire brush because you'll be there for ages. You want to get it blasted off. Rich Cook, you prefer the bricks with holes in you're using now or brick with a frog in? Frog all day, every day. You use when you're doing pick and dip or long bed pick and dip or whatever you want to do, use a lot less mortar with a frog brick. The perforated bricks with the holes in, they take more mortar. When you pick and dip and it doesn't squeeze out the same, it doesn't fill your perp the same. But they are lighter. So if you're loading out, I prefer using the perforated brick. But to lay, definitely a frog brick, 100%. And it's just a lot easier. Where was I? Would you get ground effects on your van during slower times? What does that mean? Would you get ground effects on your van during slower times? Ground effects? Would you get ground effects on your van? I don't know what that means, Josh. You're gonna have to rephrase it. Does that mean anything to anyone else? Would you get ground effects on your van during slower times? Ground effects. I don't know what that means. I'm getting over it too much now. Are you alright, Doc? Do you need some company? Do you need me to come over there? Do you need me to turn this off? Alright, Doc, thank you. You're the boss. You close your eyes. Recline that right back, Doc. Knock yourself out. Rich Cook. You prefer... Oh, already done that one. Dan Cottrell. Nearly all the blocks where we are, because most houses are plastered outside, brickwork mostly on the cities. In Ireland, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I watch him. The string one is good. Well, good. We should use square pins, yeah. And the engineer's not. I like that one. Being able to pull it tighter. It's good little tips, aren't they? Lawrence Kerwin, Changi, please tell me I'm not the only one who air guitars to the intro of Essential Craftsman. Keep up the good work. I can't say if you are, but I don't do it personally. But I do like when I started playing a bit of cowboy kind of music on, that was because I was watching his. I'm a fraudster copycat. Nigel Caves, Changi, Tri KP profile mortar stands. They're made to order, but they're not as cheap. I don't think. Are they? 25 quid, them bricky bits were. I haven't seen cheaper than that. I want cheap as chips. Top quality, but cheap as chips. I'm just a tie. Yes. Connor Gavin. I'm a hardy, but I'm 26. But I want to jump on the child, but I can't afford to make a pay cut to go to college and pay for the course. Is there any option out there? Yeah, just don't bother going to college. Don't go college and just learn on site. Keep jumping in on the trowel. There's no reason why you can't. If you can get ahead enough or get in early, finish late, make sure everything's sorted, get the mortar out. It's all on you. If you can't afford, that's what I'm saying. If you can't afford to go on the college course, don't go on the college course. Everything you need to know, you will learn on site. Believe me. There's not a lot that you'll learn in college or remember from college that you'll need to use on site. I guarantee that you'll be learning as you go along the way. Anyway, you've got a head start because you're already there on site with the lads. You're watching what they're doing all the time. It's whether on your own back, whether you're that kind of lad or bloke, you can turn around and ask him, why are you doing that? Why is the tie going in there? What are them, like, you know what the slip ties are for? Do you know how often they go in? Are you that man who's asking questions or looking to see what they're doing? A lot of labourers, they'll get stuff off you, but they'll get stuff for you, but they don't actually know what to do. If I was loading out and labouring someone, I'd be looking, all right, okay, they go in there. What are the window clips for? What's this for? What's that for? Really, it's on you. Get in early, finish late, start in the morning, load out, get the mortar going, get your trowel out, start chucking some mortar on the wall, get spreading, chuck a few brick down. I'm sure the brickies aren't going to say what you're doing. Don't put brick down. So it's all right, everything's sorted over there. I'm chucking a few in because you're going to make them more money as well. I'd be happy if a labourer did that for me, 100%, and I'd pay them more. I'd pay them 20% of what they put in. So that answers your question, Connor, and I hope you take the advice. Aussie V1, what's the rates per block laid roughly, Chang? £1.50 a block for 100 mil, £15 a metre. Tell you what, I haven't worked out what the price per metre is for the brickwork. Everyone always does brickwork, rate per thousand, but everyone always does block work on the meters. So if mine was £500 a thousand, you do 1 divide by 0.225 divide by 0.45 equals 9.8 blocks to a meter. Yeah. So 9.8 times £1.50 equals £14.81 you would be getting if you booked in every block at £1.50. It actually works out more than that. So £1.50, you're actually, when it says 15, don't count your full blocks. I mean, let's have a look. So when you do 1 meter, do brickwork, 1 meter divide by 0.225, because you want to include the mortar joint because that's in your meterage, divide by 0.075 equals 59.25 bricks to a meter. Everyone goes up to 60, measures up, but you're better off doing it exact. Then you want to times that by 0.5, which is 50p each. So £29.62 a meter square is what I'm getting, which is on the low side. I normally should be about 33 quid a meter. But yeah, £29.62. So blocks, 115 quid a meter square, 15 quid a meter. Alt 078 gives you a squared symbol, and £29, £29.62 brick meter. Alt 078. Oh, 3. No, it's not 3. £29. That's why. £29.62. There you go. Bricks. So, oh God. Where am I now? Just nearly choked to death. Damien Graham. pizza oven build. You ever done one? I'd love to see you have a crack at one for your channel and see how it ends up. I've never done one, but I'm sure they're not too hard. I've seen them. I wouldn't build one in my own back garden. I don't really get the weather for it, do we? I'm not going to just start building stuff in my back garden that I don't need. I'm wasting my time on it. I know I don't know. A lot of people probably would like to see some nicer stuff and better stuff. See if I get some time, but at the minute I'm way too busy for do stuff like that. Probably, like I say, in the future, when I've finished doing all this stuff here, I can do a few little projects. Clean them off with Jay's fluid, but it all so cleans block paving up great. Just soak them first to use the fluid. Tomo 91, I agree. You learn saddle at college. Best way to learn is on site. In college, all we did for a year was build panels. Jamie Robinson message retracted. Don't know why. Aussie V1, college is a waste of time. I did 2 years, then I learned more in 1 week on site than I did in 2 years of college. Jamie Robinson sent the hottie for 3 meters of fallopian tube off the plumber. Come back asking what color, pink or blue. Yep. Danny Bradley. All right. Mayo loves the dong. No, don't do any stonework. I've done some, but I don't do any. Danny, you missed the daily vlogs. I know. I'm just waiting for my camera to come, and then I can get more footage on again. Hopefully, it will be a much better camera. So we'll get a lot more on from Tuesday onwards. Jameson brickwork, all right, mate. That's what I was asking though earlier. Has anybody okay? People have mentioned the Fitz brick clamps, but has anyone got any other tools that they recommend that they've got? I mean, I bought some of them gable profiles off of eBay. I haven't had the chance to use them yet. So I've had no proper cut ups anywhere. I need some instead of F clamps. Instead of F clamps, I want a better clamp for when I'm doing like me put my block dollies on the back of my block to hold my profile. I want some better clamps like than the F clamps. What anyone recommend? They asked, landscaping is the game to be in. Guy got more for doing a garden than we got for building the house because it's because the punter can see the instant wow factor. To be fair, two of my brothers have just quit their jobs on Friday, and they have already got a log burner business that they fit stoves, and they're doing a load of general building as well. The first job in that they've got is landscaping and gardening, sorting that out. I don't know how much they charge for it, but I would imagine there's some decent money in it. Rich Cook, have you always been on site or you first start with a general builder? I first started with a general builder. We used to do everything using. But my gaffer who taught me was a bricklayer by trade. We did extensions and tarmacking and paving, drains, roofing, the whole build, internals, externals, the whole lot. The only thing I never really got my hands on was plastering, and I've done a bit of plastering in my house not long ago, and it's in that hard. But I do like general building. Like I've been doing all my drive on the machine. I learned how to operate machines. Not a good operator, but I can operate a machine. You know what I mean? Know how to do it. Little bobcats and stuff I used to use, and little ton and a half machine when I was only about 17, 18. It was always good. Just always wanted to get on everything, do everything. And I stayed with them for about 5 years. And then I left because I was on terrible money. I think I left there and I was taking home about 270 a week. And that was when I was 20. So that's only 13, 14 years ago. £270 take home. I was doing all sorts of work as well. Chang, why would you round yourself down on the measure? 500, 1,000, 16.6 is 16.666, 30 quid a meter square. It's not. I've just done the math. I'm not rounding anything down. They tell you it's 500, 1,000, so 1,000 bricks. So 1,000 bricks, you get £500. It's not 30 quid a meter square. Don't work out like that. Let's try the math again. 1 meter divide by 0.225 divide by 0.075 equals 59.25 bricks to a meter square. It's not 60. Times 60. So times point. Oh, it's not, is it? 59.25. What do I want to times it by? 50. Yeah, times 50p because it's 50p 1,000. It's £29.62. I'm not rounding nothing down. That's the price you're getting per meter square if they're doing £500 1,000. For you people who are doing 550 1,000, then you want to do. Oh, where is it? Fifth. Where's my history? 59. Let's do it again. 1 divided by 0.225 divided by 0.075 equals 59.25 bricks to a meter square. Times that by 0.55, 55p a brick, equals 32.59 a meter square. I'm not rounding nothing down. That's exactly what it is. Danny Bradley. In Ireland, China, we don't point or block work. Plasterers hate plastering, pointy block work. Yeah, because it don't key in the same. I know that, but everything's dry lined over here. Or all the bills we're doing are dry lined, so it doesn't make any. It makes no difference for them. It's just drywall adhesive straight on boards up, or it's studded walls, so it makes no odds. Use build footings, block on edge. Use build footings, block on edge. Yours are 12-inch block on flat. Yeah, you gotta the site we're on. We're not doing footings, but the site we're on are using the lightweight concrete trench block, 330 wide, and I think they're only getting £1.80 on them, which is not good. Danny, do they bag it still in Ireland? Clive Hyde, you're right. Nice to mix the work up a bit. I feel like I'm always mixing it up. Got my site work in the week and got work at home at the weekends. Always doing something different at the weekends. The acid rub the block work with a cement bag for a better key. Danny Bradley, hate doing footings here. Big 12-inch blocks. Built a few footings in London. They're a lot easier on the back. I don't do footings full stop if I can help it. I'd only do a footing if I had no drop and that was available. Danny, no, we'd get a yard brush after an hour or two being built. Everything built freehand with no profiles. Why though? Oh, because it's all block work, isn't it? Yeah. So there isn't much need really to get profiles on, is there? Unless, well, external corners I would for block work. It's just quicker. The Hunter evening. Got it is evening as well, 5:20. Jesus. Is it that they won't let you use profiles or you don't use them by choice? It's a bit different, isn't it? What have I been on here now? An hour and 21. Right. Unless anyone else, I wish they were profiles. We build the whole corner up at once instead, inside and out. Stephen Smith. Your views on Charlie Collison and Adam from Tricky Rickies. Charlie Collison, I like his channel. I watch his channel all the time. We message back and forward on Facebook Messenger. He's a good lad. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to make money. He's put money in my pocket from some of the things I've watched off him. But I think like a few of the bricklaying YouTubers are out there for teach their own ways and help everyone else out, which I like about Charlie. That's what he's doing. He shows you exactly what he's doing, and he doesn't mind giving his tips away. I think he's a decent lad. Adam, I'm not sure what his channel is about really. He said he doesn't like bricklaying and he doesn't really want to do bricklaying on one of the videos I've seen. I think he just wants to be a YouTuber, which he just said himself. And I've stopped watching his channel because when I've turned it on, his lives were just like playing loads of music and stuff. So that isn't for me. I want to watch construction. I want to watch and learn. I don't want to be entertained listening to music. If I want to do that, I'd turn on the Alexa. And also where he's falling over himself and all that, that's not really for me. And sparking up joints and everything, aren't interested in that shit. So if I could say, is he my type of bloke? No. But that's just me. You know, each to their own. Is he a good bricklayer? He's done some good work, hasn't he? But he isn't. He isn't. I'll tell you this, Charlie. Would I have him in my gang? Yes. Adam, would I have him in my gang? No. He left aside because they wouldn't let him film. Now you got to put money before filming for me. Just priorities. Priorities. Family's priority. Work's priority. Money's priority. I don't think priorities are in the right place. Probably said too much. But there you go. You and Twist, what you shopping tonight, Chang? Well, I've had a coffee. I haven't had a drink over the weekend. Nope. I've got no ale in. I've got some Jack Daniels in the fridge from Christmas. Well, I'm not really feeling that, so I'll be supping either a juice. I've got some pure orange juice in. I might smash some of that down. Rich Cook, Ewan, what are you drinking tonight? Tell you what I will be doing. I'll be going off here at let's have a look at time that's coming on. Oh, that's ages away. Rich Cook, ever tried an ox trowel? Yeah, I have. And then a piece of the proverbial, the rubbish. Don't even entertain buying one. I've been trying to look for a new trowel, actually. I like my trowel. And I've got a little 10-inch Marshall towel that's more like 9-inch now, but it's a bit thin. I don't really. I'm not that. I just want a new shape trowel. I don't like the W Rose trowels. I think the angle on them's horrible. So we'll see. I'll try. I do want a new trowel, but stay away from Ox. They're a piece of shit. What can I actually say is good that I've had from Ox? The pointing trowels, rubbish. I've got one. It bends. It's dead flimsy. That's getting slat. The main trowels are shite. Slat them. The Ox level is actually all right. That Sean's bought. Look, yeah, that's okay. The Hunter, I thought the viewers were supposed to be asking the questions. Listen, I want everyone to ask. I'll ask you questions. You ask me questions. Patrick Conroy, love your videos, mate. Thanks a lot. Keep trying to mix things up a little bit, but you know, bricklaying's bricklaying. I try and get more of the crack, but I don't want staged crack. I want the crack as it happens. So, but trying to record all the time. I mean, we're up to half the day, but trying to record is trying to run through it all at night. You don't want to be doing that. So I try and just put the camera on for snippets, like a couple of minutes here, a couple of minutes there. So you get loads of different shots of what we're doing through the day rather than an hour of me just building one wall. When I watch stuff like that, I think, fucking hell, show me something else. I end up scrolling through it, pressing fast forward. So if I'm pressing fast forward, people don't want to be watching my videos of me building one wall for an hour. I like you wouldn't watch a TV program and have one frame and it would just be on that for half an hour or whatever, would you? So I keep trying to mix it up, but it misses loads of the banter. Danny, my boss wants it 2 course and 2 course. My boss wants it 2 course in, 2 course out, then repeat. Oh my god. No. I know you're meant to do it. You're not meant to leave any more than 450. I'm not doing that. I'd say build it. You build it, then I'm not doing it. Why does people hold their level with your foot against the wall? Just to keep it on the bottom, nice and sturdy. Mario, are you a heavy drinker? The answer is no. I am not a heavy drinker. Since lockdown, I mean, I used to go to the pub quite a bit, but since before lockdown, I don't drink at home. I like drinking socially. So now I hardly ever drink anything. I don't drink in the house. I like going out and drinking. Watch the football down the pub on a Sunday or a Saturday or whatever, depending on when I've got the kids or whatever. But no, I don't drink. I hardly drink at all. But when I do, I like having a drink. Bob the Bricky, all right, mate. William Reed, what's the difference between improver, apprentice, and a hobby? Labour, curious. Oh yeah, I've seen actually. You put this before, didn't you? Improver, right? This is what I understand of it. Improver is, for me, is an apprentice who's qualified, but he's not a bricklayer yet. He's still improving, so he's not very speedy. He's not fully clued up. He's come out of college, got his papers, but he don't really know what he's doing. So that's what an improver is to me. Someone who's improving to be a bricklayer, but you've done your apprenticeship, you've got your papers. Apprentice is obviously fresh at it, going college and learning initially, getting the college course done. Hoddy, guy who's been around it years, knows the job inside out, you can set him on. He knows exactly where to put your bricks, mortar, everything, set you up, clean up, get everything sorted out. That's a hardie. Labourer, just a guy who comes in and you got to tell him where to put your bricks, where to put your mortar, what to do. They can do this, do this, do this. That's just your labourer. He's never been around it, or he's got minimal experience. That's why you got different pay. So improver would get more than an apprentice. Apprentice gets the lowest payout of everyone. The hardie is the man who gets the next, who gets the next down from a bricklayer, and your labourer is in between. Your labourer will be earning more than your improver, or maybe not, or around the same money. Watching Dancing on Ice again, it's great. No, don't watch that shite. Clyde, I find the handles too short. Well, my brother puts me custom handles on mine, and if you want to have a look at that, go to Scott Challenor. I'll put his name down here, Scott Challenor, and go look at his custom handles. If you want a new handle on yours, and what? Freezing? I've let that fire go out, haven't I? Never sorted it. I'll have to do it after. I'll have to do it after I've done that. I'm not going to stay on here that much longer anyway, I don't think. Axe level shite, I don't know. I think they're all right. Brick and block solution. Sean dancing on video was a good laugh. If you could, it's a shame that you can't listen to the music that he's listening to or we're listening to on site, because then it's even better. It's just a shame that they copyright everything, you can't put them on. The cheap 12-inch ox trowels are okay for £8, worth having in your bucket. I don't agree. If it's not any good, just chuck it. It's just you're carrying around a piece of crap. Danny Bradley, head cam is best, I think. Well, as soon as I get my GoPro, my next GoPro, I was using a Hero 5 session. No, session 5 session, but it just isn't recording properly. Danny Bradley starts close on a Saturday. Yeah, ours is. There's no chance. I mean, you'll get a supervisor in if everybody goes in, but nobody's in on this Saturday. Leon Crossland, how many bricks did you lay when you first went on site? When I came back to site work, not a lot, and then it's just you gradually get back into it and get your speed back up. Like anything else, if you're doing it day in day out, your speed your speed just picks up anyway, and it depends on how you push yourself and how picky you are as well. If you're pretty decent, you've got a good technique going, good mortar, and you can get your bricks pressed down and don't go too high. I'm finding that's the key now. The lift prices are there. Like I can get lift prices, they're only at Sills third lift and whatever. As you're going up the building, if you don't have to go so high, you're better off building it. Like instead of trying to get full lift 21, whatever, you're better off just building it lower. And then when you get in on your next lift, you're at a nice height anyway. You don't have to kill yourself bending down and reaching right up, because your fourth lifts are only half lifts. So once I'm off the first lift, I'm just going to where I can get a decent height, and then I'm moving on. I find it's quicker. But bricks wise now, we lay anywhere up to about, on the houses we're on, up to about 1,500–1,600 a day between us, because we're labouring on ourselves. That's I mean, we clean up when we're doing brickwork, but if we got a labourer, we'd be doing a lot more. How many years work have you on the site you're on? Love your channel, Chanky. Cheers for that. We have got 2 years work on this site. I know there's a first phase and a second phase. First phase looks like there's about 100 plots. 200 plots, and that's what I've seen on the site plan anyway. I don't know if there's someone on the camera there. Bob the Bricky got the board cut up. Lovely stuff. Just going to seal the edges with rubber base paint. What board is that, Shag? Is that phenolic board? Is that? Were you telling me about that? Mario, do you think I can stay a bricklayer? Although I'm 45 years old, I am property maintenance for 20 years, but I have never done any bricklaying job. Do I think you can be a bricklayer? If you've got a bricklayer to work with, then yeah, if your missus can pay the bills, then yeah, you can be a bricklayer. If you don't mind earning next to nothing to go through the crap, the apprentice wages, at least you're older now and you've got more sense of what to take in and what not to take in, then yeah, I think anyone can be a bricklayer. And you've got to be, you've got to have the knack for it. A lot of people want to be a bricklayer, but they haven't really got the knack. Yeah. What the hell's going on here? Damien, I put too much Feb in a mix the other day. It was horrible laying block with it. What do you do in such situations? Do you add more cement? Add more, stop it mixing and add more sand and cement if you can, or empty some out. That's if it's just a small mixer, I'd empty off and I'd just empty some into the barrel. If you're only halfway through the mixer, I'd chuck more sand and cement in. Ratio it still. You're better off chucking sand in than cement. The sand will take water. The cement will just turn into a paste. All sites are closed on a Saturday. Always love a half day sat to bring up the wages for the following week. I'd prefer to work an hour longer every night in the week and not have to work a Saturday. You know, we're on site before 7 o'clock every day and we leave around 5ish every day. There's your Saturday right there, and you haven't got to get up on a Saturday morning and get in to work. I'd much prefer that. Johnny Boy 1989, Changi, you need a labourer, a proper one. Yeah, I know. You try and find one, and find someone who fits in with you. Used to love the 12 finish on a Friday. Those were the days. I was finishing at 12 on a Friday with the last gang I was with, and now I've gone back to working how I used to. I love working full hours because you haven't got my missus. You don't want me coming home to her. Just checking you're still awake, Duck. Matt Ivy, what's Sean's name tomorrow? I don't know. I don't pre-plan it. I know when I've asked him, and then he tells me. I know same time as you know. What did you think of the Red Rose site you were on? It will. Red Rose site was all right. I didn't like I didn't like the 100 mil cavity with the 40 mil PIR board. I didn't like that. You can't keep your cavities clean. Full stop. It's a crappy detail unless you're using a bigger cavity. It's rubbish. Sean's online. Hello, Sean. Karen. All right, I've got no more comments. I'm all read up. Cleaning brickwork. Can you advise on the best practice and products, please? Some of the mortar splashed on my brick wall, splashes on my brick wall, and it looks shit. PS, I'm DIY. Give it a go. Fan. So I'm learning as I go. Right. I'm I'm doing a brick. Having a brick. I'm debating now. The company that I'm working for, they've got their own brick cleaning section. Now I've got to have them come out and price it up for clean my building, my house. I used to get subbies to do the commercial builds that we did, and I used to be able to get it for about £2 a square meter. Now on a semi-detached house for this, there's only with the outhouse, I bet there's only 100 square meters to do. So there's no way I know they ain't gonna come here and do that for £200. But I have been weighing up just getting my own decent pressure washer and doing it myself. If I can get a decent pressure washer for a few £100, just use a brick acid. You want to wet all your walls up first. Get your brick acid in like make sure you've got a feeder hose for your lance. Spray your brick acid on. Let it soak in, not for too long, and then give it a power blast off with your lance. Clean up your brickwork a treat. Heavy stains, then you're just going to have to get some brick acid with a brush and a bucket and get it done. Sean Sterling, what GoPro you ordered, you deadbeat? Well, you little deadbeat. I've ordered a GoPro Hero 9 Black. The best that money can buy. Well, most up-to-date GoPro. I know I use GoPro, so that's what I bought. I'm sure there'll be a GoPro Hero 10 as soon as I've bought this one. Damien, you're welcome. They're the questions I like. When people have got decent questions, you get decent answers. Sean Sterling, you'll get a slap tomorrow. What you had for dinner, Sean? What haven't you had for dinner, Sean? Duck, I'm thirsty. Is my baby girl thirsty? Well, if you talk to me, I wouldn't have to chat shit to imaginary fake friends. I didn't mean that. Listen, I'm a recluse. I'm a social networker. Pie. Right. If any of you got any more questions or anyway, anyone's got any more questions or tips for me or something they want to see me do differently this week, or I'll use one of your tips in one of my videos and see how it goes. Shut your mouth, you. Then let me know now. before I go. I'm going to stay on a couple more minutes. Yes, I've got the remote. Don't even look at it. Yeah, don't even look at it. Yes. Top Cat Coolio, mate. If I wanted to troll altered from your brother, how? Right. What he's been doing with other people is you message him on this email address, Scott Galeno 1988 at Gmail, I think it is, .com. Message him on there, send him your name, your address, all that kind of stuff. He'll tell you how much it is for a handle, whatever you want. You then send him your trowel, what you've got. He'll give you his address to send it to. He'll do your trowel and then he'll return post it. Simple as that. There's a couple of different people who have had him. Well, he's had quite a few done. Hello, baby girl. Hello. Ever used the 3-inch nail check on gables? No, tell me what it is. The 3-inch nail check. Is that just pegging a lath across and putting a 3-inch nail on the underside and pulling off it for your brick? Is it? Isn't it? Right, more head cam. I will as soon as the GoPro comes. God, I can't believe I've been on this for 1 hour and 3/4. Right. Yeah, I'll do my job now. I'll get the fire going. Right. Thanks everybody for watching. I've done it a bit early, but the GoPro was stand 3-inch nail on each end. What? I'm just touching my penis. Stand 3-inch nail on end, score into a soffit, clip the line to it and run. No corner building. So stand 3-inch nail on each end, score into the soffit, clip into the line onto it. I'm with you. But I wasn't doing that with a 3-inch nail. I cut a plastic packer, set it to 74mm, and then just stick. I use the little rough neck clips. Put that on the soffit, run it over the top, and I just put that little packer in each end instead of using a tape every time. Just do that way, pull it through. Or a set of brick looks about 10mm bed, get it right, and then just run it over the clip, keep sliding the clip up. I think that's quicker instead of scoring the back of soffits. I don't like doing that. It means I've got to go and grab a knife every time I want to score. I can't be arsed with it. Sean, the GoPro was about £350, something like that. No, I didn't. How could I tell you the GoPro was £150? Yeah, my original one was 300 and something quid. Why am I a pig? Why am I a pig? What have I bought you this weekend? A brand new shark hoover. And how much was that meant to be? £350? No, it was 200. So you've had a brand new hoover this weekend. And I'm a pig. Fucking hellfire. Are you having that? Am I still a pig? You forget. So am I still a pig? No, I'm not, am I? Thank you. We worked on the house yesterday. All right. Anyway, I'm going now so I can give her a right good hiding. It's a good job she's black, or else she'll be getting 2 black eyes. You'll have blue eyes, a red eye. What teeth? Bob the Brick, he says Hoover Wars, he fucked the wife's Dyson. How was it for you? Dysons are crap. I'll never ever buy a Dyson. We've had Dysons in this house and they want chucking in the skip. They're rubbish. We've got a Hetty we've got a Hetty. My missus just loves different Hoovers. Well, we'll see what this shark's like anyway. It's not a present. I just bought it you because you wanted it, or I wanted you to have it. Because the house is filthy all the time. Have you looked at mag pads to make trial mates? I've got a trial mate, so no, I haven't looked, and I shan't be looking at any trial mates. I've got one, so I don't need look. I'm afraid. What do you think of New World Order getting implemented? Don't even know what that is. What do you think of New World Order getting implemented? What's that mean, Doc? Don't even know what. Either I'm thick or I'm just not in the spin. I don't know. I don't listen to the news. I don't want to hear fake news. All I want to know is what's next door neighbour wearing. That's it. And my missus could tell me because she's dead nosy. Oh, I say to my missus, what's next door neighbour had for tea? She'll tell you because she's been looking through the windows. He says, effing I'll get her a cooker next week, treat her. She's got a new cooker. She's got a new Ninja Foodie. Yeah, which I can't do at the minute. We've got the pub, the restaurant booked up, haven't we? Where we going? Nigel Cave, so you could buy 10 mortar stands for the price of a camera. True. But then you wouldn't be able to see the bricklaying, would you? Listen, some things you can be tight on. Listen, let's have it right. Some things you can be tight on, and some things you can't. Do you want to watch good? Like the camera on this computer, it's a good computer, but this is about top spec that comes just with a video cam, the camera on a computer. Hope you can get away your family for holiday. Brickies deserve a good break. Yeah, we do want a nice holiday, don't we? We want to go on a before lockdown. It was my missus 30th. We wanted to go on a Caribbean cruise, didn't we? But yeah, before we knew the baby was on the way, but we didn't have the Caribbean cruise, so I topped her up instead. And she had the kid that you wanted, didn't you? That we wanted. My child. Oh, 24 Bongi thinks he can write nonsense in the chat. Block him. What a dickhead. Yeah. Graham, you said you worked as a site manager in the past. Will you retire in such a role in the future? Hopefully not, because I never want to go back to it. Sammy Overton, lovely dong, Chuckmeister, thank you. He's great. Danny Bradley, yep. Camera will pay for itself eventually after about 30 videos. What are these now? Zen, the Gorilla to spin. Another block. Just loads of shit. Windowsills, can you do a video on how to correctly install them in the future, please? There is little or no material on this topic. What kind of a windowsill? Internal windowsill. Is that what you're after? When the lads are doing all the internal windowsills inside the buildings, I'll nip in and get a video for you. Bob the Bricky, I'm thinking of retirement 10 years, 57. Long you reckon you will go, pal? I reckon I'll just keep going till I've had enough. We'll see. Now I've got, what have I got? 57, 23 years to get to 57. So we'll see. Granite, right, windowsills, whatever projection you want. I mean, you can go flush at the back, stones, like fake stone sills. You do whatever you want, but the sills, you always meant to wrap a damp around the back, and if they're going right up to the internal cavity, it all depends. You have to show me a detail. Top Cat Coolio, will you go to W Rose Trail? No. Sean's got them. Tried them, don't like them. Tried them and I don't like them. I've got 2 minutes left, and then it's 2 hours, and that's it. So get your messages in now. We're down to the last 2 minutes. Getting into tools to start building walls. Should I purchase my business, Pipeline Security Limited, the Marshalltown brick trowel 11-inch? No. If you're gonna, I like the Tyzac. Still like it, or a WHS, or get a Marshalltown if you want, but I don't think the metal's any good. I've always used Marshalltowns as well. But you want like all the other lads on site with us now, they're all using Tyzacs. And they hadn't even been watching any YouTube videos. So yeah, get a Tyzac. Whatever size you feel comfortable with. If you're just starting out, start with a smaller one. But it all depends on the size of your arms. So, or go into the shop and feel all the different trowels before you buy one. Have a feel what's nice in your hand, what grip you like, Durasoft, wood, leather, cork, thickness and length. It's all on your hands, whatever fits right. Oscar Dalboy, Shark Hoover is the best. Shark vacuum cleaner. Hoover's the brand, isn't it? I always say Hoover. I've paid for every effing Hoover in the last 20 years. Damien Graham, have a nice weekend, Changi, and listeners. It was nice to chat on this. All the best from Ireland. Well, you've been one of the good watchers today who's had plenty of input. I like that. I wish all of you would put more in, because the more you put in, the more we get out of these lives. And if you, I know people don't like putting, some people don't like putting stuff in, but the more you get involved, the better the chats are. Just flipped up the V to the missus. Now I'm gonna make sweet love to you. That's it then. No love making this week. Top Dodger Gaming. My wife keeps nagging me. FFS. I want to watch your streams, Changi. Well, you're gonna have to go to the beginning because I'm off now. That's it. 2 hours dead. Have a good week, everyone. If you want me to do a midweek live, I have to ask the missus if I want to do a midweek live. Once I've got permission there from the bill payer, then we'll see. Right. Thanks everybody for watching. Keep it nice and easy, boys and girls. And Sean will fix it. And stream. Oh, one more question. I've just seen this. Brian, do an extension for a guy on reclaimed Imperials with metric blocks. Pain in the arse. You suggest about gauge on blocks. Right. Get a staff. Mark up your gauge for your bricks. What it's going to work out. Put a block. Do your block gauge on the back, and then see where your ties are going to fall in with your blocks. And then what you want to do is add a brick course into your block work. So a concrete common brick into your block work. Put that in where it just falls in just above your brick line within 450, if that makes sense. So you'll come up, gauge with the Imperials. If you can get ties falling out towards your first ones, it's not going to be on your first two. Maybe you'll get one after 5 courses of brick for your first one, but then you're going to have to introduce a concrete brick further up. And that's what I do. I gauge it out first with the staff to see where your ties are going to drop in. Do it that way. But obviously, make sure your ties always run down from your lot work. You don't want them running back from your brickwork. Or you could fix, you could do your block work first and put in L-shaped ties, frame cramps, as they would known properly, and fix an anchor bolt or just a tack screw or something like that into the back of your block work and fix them every 450 and 300s. Could do it that way. There's no mither there. It's up to you. Right, that is it. I'm off. See you later. Have a good week. Slash them in.